Hello, I'm Doug DeWitt, Transfer Paper Product Manager here at Conde Systems, welcoming you to another video in our series on the OKI Pro 9541WT White Toner Printer. Remember, this is a 5-color process tabloid plus color laser printer, which means we have true black as well as cyan, magenta, yellow, and white. And we're going to employ that true black today by demonstrating how to print to a forever paper product that we call Laser Light No Cut. Laser Light No Cut is a single sheet self-weeding paper designed to image cotton and cotton polyester blend materials that are white or light color. So we're going to employ the true black feature and see how it works, and we're going to demonstrate how to run this particular paper through the OKI Pro 9541WT. The first thing I want to do is show you how to load the material into the multi-purpose tray. Once we get the material loaded, then we're going to go to the control panel of the printer so I can show you how to program the multi-purpose tray so that it is in sync with the Forever Transfer RIP. Once we've got the tray programmed, we're going to jump on my laptop here so I could run through the steps of using the Forever Transfer RIP settings that we like to employ to get the best results out of the Forever Laser Light No Cut. We're also going to show you a few print examples done with different screening features of the RIP so you can get an idea of how the RIP and the 9541WT operates. So let's go ahead and get started by discussing how to properly load the paper into the multi-purpose tray. You'll notice that Forever Laser Light No Cut is a single sheet self-weeding paper. So the side with the marking is the backing side. The blank side is the print side. So we'll take a few sheets and load them into our multi-purpose tray. I could use the extender arm here to balance out the 11x17 paper. We slide the paper into the tray. The tray should automatically lift to load the paper in the feed position. Notice here, the paper guide arms are controlled by this locking mechanism. So press this mechanism down and slide the guide arms in or out depending on the width of your media. So now that we have the media properly loaded, let's go over to the control panel so I could show you the settings to employ with Forever Laser Light No Cut. Now that we're here at the control panel, let me show you how to program the multi-purpose tray for running Forever Laser Light No Cut transfer paper. Remember, this is a single sheet transfer. We can access the menu by pressing the up arrow. So once I have the menu accessed, I'm going to use the down arrow to highlight menus and press OK to enter this menu. Now I want to go to tray configuration. I can press OK or the corresponding number on the numeric pad. So we want to configure the multi-purpose tray. Let's go ahead and click OK. The first thing we want to set is the paper size. I'll press OK to enter this menu. I'm going to move up once to highlight tabloid since I'm running 11" by 17" paper. And when I press OK, the check mark should move to tabloid, indicating that the change has taken place. So I'll hit the back button to escape this menu and go down to the second option, media type. Press OK to enter this menu. Remember, the Forever Laser Light No Cut has a pre-programmed media type. So I'm going to scroll down until I find it. FOREVLL, Forever Laser Light. Press OK. The check mark appears, meaning the change has taken place. We'll hit the back button. Go down to media weight. Hit OK to enter. We want to make sure that our media weight is set to auto. Because we have our media type pre-programmed, we should be okay. Let's hit the back button. Let's scroll down one more time to tray usage. Press OK. And let's make sure that our multi-purpose tray is set as a normal tray. Hit the up button once. Press enter to lock in the change. Hit the back button until we escape the multi-purpose tray configuration menu. I'm going to hit the back button again to get out of tray configuration, so I'm back in main menus. I'm going to scroll down to option 3, Print Adjust. Press OK. According to Forever Paper, they recommend that we recalibrate the paper color setting. So I'm going to move down to paper color setting, press OK. Notice the default is 0. Forever Paper recommends a setting of +2. So I want to hit the up arrow twice till +2 is displayed. Press OK so that the checkbox appears. Hit the back button. So now that change is locked in. One more thing that we might want to check. I hit the back button until I reached Functions. I'm going to use 6 on my numeric pad to enter the calibration menu. I want to scroll down until I find a setting that says Color Density. I want to highlight that setting, press OK to enter it. If you have your printer configured for running Forever Low Temp Laser Dark, remember we should readjust the white density setting. So I'm going to scroll down to White Density, hit Enter. Notice my white density is set at +2. This is a setting I would employ when I'm running Forever Low Temp Laser Dark. But since we're running the Laser Light No Cut, I'm going to hit the down arrow twice to get it back to its default setting of 0. Press OK. The checkbox appears to highlight the change. And then we hit the back button until our unit says Ready to Print. So now that we have the multipurpose tray configured for running Forever Laser Light No Cut, let me jump on my laptop so I can show you the settings in the Forever Transfer RIP. So now that we're here on my laptop, let me show you the settings that I like to use when I run Forever Laser Light No Cut through the 9541 WT using the Forever Transfer RIP. The first thing we have to do is select our profile. So I'm going to make sure that my profile for the OKI 9541 Laser Light No Cut is selected. Once we have the proper profile selected, now we go to Job Selection, where we can bring our graphic into the RIP. Make sure you have your media page selected before you bring your graphic in. Since I'm going to be using tabloid paper, which is 11 by 17, I'll make sure that that's selected. Click on Load File, and let's bring this graphic into the RIP. This is a JPEG at about 180 dots per inch. So you'll see the green status bar light up, and then at that point we should have the file within the RIP. I highlight the name so that it brings up a preview, and I'll click on the preview to access the color management portion of the RIP. So when the color management screen comes up, there's a few things that I like to do to a bitmap graphic whenever I'm bringing it into the RIP, and I'll show you how those features lay out. The first thing I like to do is I like to increase my brightness. So I'll bump my brightness up to 2 or 3. And that's just because bitmap graphics have a tendency to print a little dark when coming out of a laser printer. The other thing I like to do is increase my saturation. So generally speaking, if I increase my brightness by a certain factor, 2 or 3, I usually double that when it comes to the saturation. Some other things that I'll show you which are pretty neat. We could set the substrate color of our garment, provide it as a background in the print preview so we could see how our graphic looks against a certain color background. We could also remove a particular color. If we were going on to, let's say, a yellow t-shirt, we can click on Remove Color. We can let that substitute for the graphic color by removing it and letting the shirt color appear instead. Once the CMYK value is locked in, just to show you, we could set the tolerance and start knocking out the yellow from the design. The more we increase the tolerance, the more shades of yellow it's going to want to capture. So now that we've finalized our color management settings, we'll move on to the next step, which is controlling the spot color, or the white. Now, since I'm using Laser Light No Cut, I should never go above 150% white coverage. So I'm going to leave that number as its default. This multiplicate factor means the number of passes of white the printer lays down. Just to show you, we can basically go with a single pass, 2 pass, 3 pass. We control the amount of white that's being laid down. But since I'm going on to a white or light color transfer, 1 pass is all I should need. When it comes to underfilling, this means eliminating the white edging that might appear around some graphics. Me personally, I always set my underfilling to 1 device pixel, and I always employ partial transparency when I'm dealing with a bitmap graphic. So now that I have my white or spot channel set where I want, let's go to the last screen, which is the printing options. And we're going to do 3 different printing options. The first one I'm going to select is screening from printer. When I select this option, you'll notice here it shuts down my ability to mask. What this option means is that we are sending a job as if it were to come straight from the OKI Pro 9541 WT driver. In other words, there will not be any screening features applied, there will not be any dropout dots in the graphic. It would print as it normally would. So, once this graphic goes through, I'm going to employ a second print option that we call micro mask. So, let me go to my screening options, select the menu, and let's select micro mask. What micro mask means is it will print all colors within the graphic, ranging from white to black and any color in between. But what the graphic will have is it will have a distress pattern or a screen pattern. And we can control the size of that dropout pattern here by using our mask feature. A low number means a bigger dropout dot. A higher number means a finer dropout dot. But I'm going to set to the default here, which is 25. Also, we can change the frequency of the dot by adjusting our micro mask percentage. So you might want to play with some of these features to figure out which setting is the best for your particular graphic. So we'll go ahead and let the second print rip, and I'll show you the output once it comes out of our 9541 WT. We're going to print this graphic one other way using screening for bright media. So let me go over to my screening. Let me select bright media. Now what we are telling the Forever Transfer Rip is that we're going to apply this graphic to a white or light color fabric material. So it means that white and light areas of our design will not print as intense as a dark area of the design. Basically, we're going to let the shirt color substitute as the background. So the trick of this is to use the minimum amount of toner to replicate the graphic. So let's go ahead and send this print through. And now we'll go to our 9541 WT and we'll take a look at all of these 3 output features and compare and contrast them. So now we have our output prints done on the Forever Laser Light No Cut from the OKI Pro 9541 WT using the Forever Transfer Rip. So let's discuss the 3 different screening features that we used on this particular graphic. The first attempt, we used screening from printer. What this basically means is that the printer does not put any type of perforation pattern into the print. It prints a solid graphic just as it would print if it came straight from the OKI driver. The second print, we used what's called a micro mask feature. Now the micro mask feature leaves all colors intact, but it does put the perforation pattern into the print so that you have a breathable graphic once you apply this design to your garment. And then finally, you can see the slight color variance in this print, but this print was used with a screening feature called Screen for Bright Media. By doing this, we're telling the printer that we are putting this graphic onto a white or light color graphic. What this means is that white or light color areas of the graphic are not going to print as intense because it's using the background color of the garment to fill in. So we save toner, therefore saving money. So remember, if you need to learn how to apply Forever Laser Light No Cut using a commercial heat press, we do have videos on Conde TV that show you how. Make sure to reference those. Also, if you have any questions and need additional information, don't hesitate to contact us direct at 1-800-826-6332. You can also visit our website, www.conde.com, or just continue to tune in to Conde TV for more tutorial videos regarding the OKI Pro 9541 WT printer. Until then, I'm Doug DeWitt, your T-shirt transfer paper product manager here at Conde Systems. My time is up, and I thank you for yours.